Oh, let me tell you. There was so yesterday I went to pick up something from OfferUp. It was actually
Your
it's this
desk.
desk.
See?
Yeah.
I told you, Ken. I told you.
I
I
thought
knew
I
it.
thought I thought just Brian bought her a desk.
No, I bought this desk from OfferUp and it took 2 trips because there was no screws the first time I opened it up. And then I contacted her and she's like, "Oh yeah, I had the screws." So I had to go back.
Ugh,
And then on the
what the
way
hell?
back, I was like, I don't know if she knows what screws I'm talking about. So I went ahead and Googled the desk. And then on Amazon, this desk went for $45. And I bought it for $50.
What the?
And it took 2 trips to get it. And I live
And
20
it's
minutes.
used?
Is it a
No,
commute size?
it's
Commute
new.
distance
It's
now?
new, but the box is just ripped. So I guess it just
Oh
fell out
my
of the box.
god.
Mm.
Are you
So
serious?
yeah, I literally the second time we went I was Brian was driving, and as I was googling it, I saw how much it was, and I like screamed into my blanket. I was like, "Motherfucker!" I have never felt that stupid.
Is it far the commute distance?
20 minutes from Brian's house.
Wow.
That is far. I would say
So-
that's far.
So edit up around 60 then.
Dude, I don't man. Don't be stupid. I don't have good experience with OfferUp. First of all, the first guy stole my money. The second person, I guess, stole my money too because freaking Amazon is like $5 cheaper and brand new and has the screws. And it's free delivery. Oh my fucking god.
Well,
If you get Prime then in 2 days.
I know. Motherfucker.
we're not surprised.
I know, I'm not surprised.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Yumcha Chitchat. My name is Jenny.
I'm Ken.
And I'm Sue.
All right, guys, this is our last episode of the season. Woohoo! Can you guys believe it?
I don't know. I don't know if I should be happy or sad.
No, you should be happy. We come a long way.
Yeah, we did. We did. But there's a long way to go, too.
Make an achievement then kind of one season.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just the first season. There's so much more coming. So stay tuned, guys.
Yep, stay tuned.
All right. So in the first episode, we introduced ourselves and briefly talk about starting this podcast. But today we are going to talk about how did Yumcha Chitchat come along?
Why did you say it with an
And-
accent?
Well, because Yumcha supposed to Yumcha.
Because she's a real Canto.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
she
It
definitely
sounds
have
very
the- she had the
Cantonese.
choice there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, since you guys know that we are in a friend group, we are pretty much best friends, close friends, and that's how we started this podcast. But let's bring all the way back to middle school and high school. So yes, like me and Sue and a bunch of other friends, we become close during middle school. We always hang out with each other. And then we met Ken during high school, and he pretty much comes in to our friend group and also consider
Close friend. Kind of. Hashtag. Parenthesis. Whatever you name it.
So basically, he started dating one of our close friends. So
Mm-hmm.
to us, he's kind of considered the plus one. And whenever we hang out, we never ask Ken. We just ask his girlfriend at the
Mhm.
time, and we always assume that he's gonna be there.
Yeah, that's why he's like considered the plus one.
And we
It
feel
sounds like,
bad.
it sounds like ask one get one free.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh yeah, he's gonna be there. We don't have to ask.
Hmm.
How did you feel, Ken?
I think from the beginning, because like for why I get to the group, because I know one of you guys' close friend, and then he is like I would consider he is my first friend when I moved to US when I
Wow.
was in high school. So he brought me into the group. So at that time we didn't know that we will get together with one of your close friends in the group. So I think at that time it's still okay. Then we still because I think at that time in high school we didn't go hang out a lot because we
Mhm.
doesn't have a ride. We cannot go too far, and then
Right.
even like the walking distance from high school to like the mall or some plaza is still far. So we did not. But after that, I always feel that like when we hang out like not like a close friend, we just like go out to hang out with a friend more than because I feel like friend will be talking more than that. Even though
Mhm.
we still hang out, but we didn't have like a small talk or like a private talk. We only like always just hang out and talk as a group.
Hmm.
True.
So I don't know like how do you guys feel the connection with me, but sometimes I didn't give her uh my thought and then some idea. But when you something happens to you guys, I really concerned about it. I really care about it. But
Wow.
but but sometimes just because like I just you guys might think that I was someone boyfriend, so you might not want to cross the line to talk too much like in personal stuff to me.
Mhm.
But when I heard something happen to you guys, I always like want to kind of input on it. But because of that kind of issue, because that kind of like relationship, so it just kind of sometimes hold me back to not talk more.
Yeah, I feel
Mm.
like that too. Like even if I do need Ken, like need a favor from Ken, I always ask her, like, oh hey, like, do you think Ken would like to do this, or like, do you think Ken would hang out with us, or like, just that relationship kind of stopped us from reaching out to him personally because I feel like, I mean, obviously we're closer to her, and
Mhm.
I would like her to know what's going on. So
Mm.
yeah, but then I think after
Yeah.
college, that changed.
Yeah, definitely. But like just because like during college we all went to different colleges in different areas. I'm saying like some out of state
Mhm.
and or like 6 7 hours of drives. So, I mean, here and there we still meet up like Christmas parties and stuff, but I feel like even like me and Sue, we don't really talk during college. Um, but whenever we meet up, I always feel like we just met yesterday. So,
Yeah.
best friends are always like that.
Yeah, I love it because we're so low maintenance that whenever we talk for like hours, and then we can not talk for like months, and then like catch up, but like still remember everything and like update each other.
Hmm. So after college, post grad, surprisingly, we all moved back home
Right.
here in
You know,
LA.
it's because we're fucking Asian. We want to save money and live with our parents, okay? Let's just say the truth.
Seriously. You don't have to pay rent, you don't have to do shit.
You have to cook, parents cook, and then go after work back home just eat.
Yeah.
It's the
Yep.
best thing.
And so since we all move at home, we start hanging out more, and then and especially with Ken, I feel like because his girlfriend at the time was still in school out of state, so we actually personally reach out to him for hangout and
Mhm.
like starting all these like more small talks. So I feel closer to Ken after college.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, honestly, because we saw how sad Ken was when she moved away, so we wanted to be there to comfort him. And I think from then on, we kind of just like grew closer and closer.
Yeah, so he no longer considered the plus one.
I should think that she moved to out of state for studying.
No.
I do feel that we get closer after college, and then we talk about more stuff, not more for school, and then we talk something about the career, and then I think me and Jenny get closer because at that time we have a common interest that we trying to like to get a easy sneaker that time. Then we did talk more because we
Right.
really want to get that. It's so hard to get. Like
Yep.
I don't know the audience. I don't know did any audience like want to get easy as well. It's so hard to get the lottery. If you get the lottery, then you might not able to like get the shoes you want, even though it's
Yep.
expensive.
I give up, guys. I give up. But you and Sue?
Oh,
Wow,
and me
you
and
fucking
Sue,
forgot about me. I see that. I see how their friendship is.
It's not that because me and Sue is always like, I don't know. We always have a kind of invisible gap or invisible
Yeah, I think I feel
barrier
it too.
between me and her.
Yeah.
Because like she's more like an emotional creature and I'm a logical creature. So when we talk, then it's somehow our mind is not synced, and then we may I might not try to explain to her, and then she just didn't understand. It's like you just don't get it.
Yeah.
She doesn't get my feeling.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's how I
what the
feel.
feeling I talking about. I just doesn't have that kind of sense on her to like. She's really emotional, and then she keep always saying that girls are emotional. You need to understand that one, and then I just don't understand.
Yeah, I think that definitely pulled us apart. Or it was never. We were never like really connected together as friends because I don't want to say that horoscope has anything to play in this, but our horoscope Aries and Virgo, they're not really, the most compatible. Yeah.
Yep.
And we both have each other's we both have relationships, so that definitely adds on to that gap, and we just don't really have time to really get personal with each other. But yeah.
I was just treat Sue as a, like like those brother and sister. Usually brother and sister might not get along sometimes, so I would think we are that kind of connection.
Yeah, no, but if any of us were in trouble or anything, like we're definitely there for each other.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and surprisingly, during pandemic and during quarantine, we got so much closer, all three of us. Especially because we started a new job and we work in the same area, and also pretty much going through similar, I guess, life stages.
Yeah.
Since we are working on the same area during the pandemic, like we meet every Friday to talk about discuss have a meal outside. Obviously, we did keep the social distance when we having meal, and then we have a mask on too.
Yes.
And the sanitizer. So during the Friday, we did just talk about our career and then all those feelings we have, and then in the end, then we call that time is a 5-day therapy section. So we just kind of stupid that we call that one because we just comfort each other in our own way,
non-professional. Yeah.
And then we just talk about mostly just job or maybe dating updates, and then but mostly what we do is just vetting about the midlife crisis problem.
Yeah, since we are friends for such a long time, we know what each other want to hear, and I think that's what made it so much better. And I actually had this podcast idea back in like I was gonna say 19.
Holy shit. 19 years.
No, 2019. No, I wanted to do a podcast like 2 years ago cuz I think it was like very popular and very trendy at that time. Um there were Asian American podcasts that I've been listening to. One of them being Asian Boss Girl, and I really like that one. And there are so many thoughts that come into my head while I'm listening to it, and I feel like we can or I can really do something about it. And I feel like whatever I'm thinking right now, someone else might be thinking that way too. So it's a way to help other people, to help me, and it's a way for me not to feel weird and odd about my feelings. So yeah.
For sure.
And now in 2020, I think we all have really nothing to do, and we wanted to focus our energy on something that we're kind of passionate about and we can do as a group of friends. So
yeah, basically, me and Ken and another friend went to a winery, and then I guess we had a couple drinks, and we are kind of pretty much making fun of Sue that she's starting a podcast.
Shit talkers, huh?
Yeah, and then I like just randomly had this idea. I'm like, all right, guys, let's text Sue and tell her let's start a YouTube channel. So my intention was just to make her jealous, but somehow I guess I'm pretty serious about it.
You feel
I
inspired
don't
by the
know.
alcohol.
Maybe.
Everything start with a mistake. To try to make her jealous, and then we end up here.
Yeah, so I don't know about like Ken and the other friend, but I actually did text Sue. And then like through our text, Sue bring up let's start a podcast instead. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, let's talk about it during our Friday therapy session. And so usually the therapy session will be us three. But surprisingly that weekend or that day, Ken was unable to make it, but somehow he was able to make it last minute. So originally I was thinking it's just gonna be me and Sue because like who the fuck want to start a podcast?
Yeah.
And like no one wants to do it. Like Sue, how many people you ask?
Dude, 2 years ago, I asked my boyfriend, I asked one of our other friends in the group, and I asked you, Jenny. Yeah, I think I asked a handful of people, and they're like, "Oh no, like I think they have their full-time job. They're either in school full-time or working full-time, so there's no way we can dedicate our free time to something that needs a lot of effort and a lot of thinking and planning." So yeah, I had a lot of rejections.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was just not confident because I'm like, who am I? Like, who will listen to me and who will listen to what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, me too.
So I was like, nah. But then I guess like during quarantine and during this whole like life changing process, I'm like, all right, let's do it. YOLO. So we started talking. So we start talking during therapy session, and surprisingly, Ken agrees to join as well. So why did you decide to join, Ken?
It was like from the beginning when Sue brought in the podcast idea. I did always like have assumption on her, like she's not quite serious about doing podcast. She just listens someone else like thought it's funny, then she want to do something like
Wow.
that's how she deep thing usually.
Emotions,
quite
huh?
serious,
All
like,
won by emotions. Heat of the moment.
Yes,
True.
it's just run by emotion without thinking what the next. So I didn't take serious on her thought about it. But later on, Jenny was saying that she have a talk with Sue to talk about what kind of content she was wanting to do. After listening, it sounds like it's doable and interesting. And also, as a first generation Asian immigrant, then we did need to like step up to make our voice louder to let people know that um our existence, not like they always do have like a bias size on us, and then we should talk out. We do have our own thought as well. But before starting podcast, I have idea to start a YouTube channel. To be honest, so I want to do like a food blogging that way.
Ooh.
So kind of introduce, but my food blogging is more like because people bring into fancy food, but I would like to bring out to all those American fast food more than that. Because I believe that like I don't know, like people just like always bring into those fancy restaurants is too many of those. I want to do something special and more stick to the ground, and people like to do Red Bull every single day and easy to get.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thought. I don't know. Maybe later on I will start that one with you guys, like do a Yumcha food blog.
Yeah, we should. We should do a,
We
a
should.
mukbang.
Yes. So definitely we want more Asian American voices, and we see a lot of content out there about Asian Americans, but we rarely see contents about first generation Asian American immigrants. So pretty much people who are not born here but grew up here, which is us. So for sure we want to share our side of the story. So after we have this same goal, we decided to start this podcast. And how did we name this podcast Yumcha Chitchat, Sue?
We literally had a hard time with the name because we definitely want to include some kind of Mandarin or Canto or some kind of like Asian aspect to it. The names that we came up with were taken, so it took us maybe like weeks to decide on one. We at first we were like, oh, let's just do our initials like JKS. So we came up with like just keep smiling, and like other ones, and then we came up with like rice pots and super A or super Asian. But I think some of them are like taken. And then we stumbled across Yumcha, and we really like the term Yumcha. And I think we were debating between Sunday Yumcha and Yumcha Chitchat. And like us, we were so indecisive. We were like, it took us days to settle on the final title or the final name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Even though we decided to do Yumcha Chitchat, we still like think is the right name we want to do it. But since we just see more, and then we love the name.
Especially like when we go Yumcha, we usually hang out with friends and family and we just chit chat. So it totally makes sense. Yumcha chit chat.
Yeah. And we wanted to keep our vibe like kind of chill, relaxing. Like we just wanted to gossip and talk and just
Yep.
just like any other Friday.